It's getting closer and closer. Uh, gradually, the crucial day will be here. Um, let's start off with the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Graphic newspaper front page. At Graphic National Development Series, 2024 elections will be best ever. Okay, that's according to Electoral Commission. They say that it will be the best ever. Yes, I mean that is all we all want. But it's good to know that they say that they are engaging further on this. Yes, they say that the intention behind it was good because they didn't want a situation where the media houses would be crowded at a few polling stations and then leave out some polling stations. So they wanted it to be in such a way that restricting the number, yes, yeah, coalition centers, restricting the numbers would allow will allow for the media houses to spread wider, because when it's that way, people who are people who have maybe intentions of, causing mayhem or disrupting the process. Once they know that the media is there, they will be caught on camera. They may, pull the brakes on those things. So that's all. They didn't want a situation where maybe, we have hotspots or we have key constituencies where people have eyes on. So we would have that situation where the media will go there in their numbers, and then other coalition centers will not receive the same attention. And so that was the intention behind it.
Okay.
But then again, they are now engaging further. But the question is, what if you had engaged before the decision? Because these are stakeholders.
Yeah.
The Ghana Journalists Association. Journalists are a key. They are key when it comes to the election. So you always say that we are stakeholders. So if you are taking a decision that is going to affect us directly, how about you engage? And before you go into, so that you can see the merits or demerits of your position. Yes, you may have all the intentions, but once you do not consult for the loopholes to be pointed out to you.
Now let me subject this explanation to a litmus test, right? So I want to go and cover Klotekole, the coalition center, right? And EC says the slots are exhausted. And because of that, I pick my camera and say, oh, then which one is available? Crow. Let me go to Crow. If the EC had consulted the media, the EC will have realized that there has never been a point at any coalition center that has not gotten media attention. Never. Because once the candidates have interest, at least the local media will have interest. What do you tell me that one constituency, there could be a time that there will never be one camera from a media house in that constituency just because it's not a hotspot? Then who will cover elections in the voter region? Because obviously you know where the majority of the seats will land, right? Who will cover elections in the Ashanti region? You get a point. The point is, let's be practical. The EC probably wanted to talk about the strong room that has now been dismantled as its headquarters. Where, if you remember, I think an African election or something, there was this documentary that was done. That was 2008, where the MPP lost the election. So a filmmaker decided to follow proceedings at the strong room. If you realize, the cameras of the documentary producer were not even allowed in the strong room. So they will exit from the strong room and then come and then speak. Talk and speak. Good. If the EC meant to tell us that at the National Coalition Center, where they are receiving results, they are receiving just 16 results from 16 regions, and then they are putting them together. If that's where EC says, oh, I'll grant access to, say, 20 media houses.
That would be understandable.
The rest, we will beam it on a screen. You can place your cameras there and capture what is happening from within. How difficult should this be? I just sat here and then gave you a solution, just like that.
So you think that this is
the announce data?
This was so basic.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, but
You are limiting numbers, no problem. Just put a screen there.
They had plans for you.
Now, good intentions are good, but how those intentions are communicated, how they are structured, is where the problem is. So, at the constituency level, I've covered almost every by-election for the past 12 years. Everybody who ought to be in that room is there. Cameras are there. Because what happens there is that the constituency, the polling station results are brought in. Mm-hmm. They are keyed in. The MPP agents are there. Officials are there with their laptops. NDC with their laptops. The EC officials are there. They pick the pink sheet from the polling station. They look at the results. They key them in. And it reflects on the projector. The cameras are there to capture it. Mm-hmm. Unless the EC is telling us that they are not going to use 4 square meter collation center. Like, it's very small to extend that only 8 media houses, only 8 cameras, or only 8 media houses can come there. The point we are making is that the EC, regardless of whatever challenge it is gone through, the suspicions and then the allegations, mm-hmm. right? There are a number of things the EC can do to help its own cause. And that is to bounce ideas of some other players people in the sector before you bring them out. You write a letter today within 12 hours, bring me list of credible media houses. Who determines who are credible media houses?
So much discretion.
Yes.
Well, let's see how this goes eventually. Well,
no, we all know how this will go. It will not happen, right? We will all, once you've been accredited, you go there and in a rush, you saw what graphic did to them. In a rush, they eliminated newspapers and eliminated online portals.
They forgot that the other stories here. Development Bank and AGI sign MOU to bolster garment and textiles industry. Pursue actions that will sustain nation's peace. Talk about the 14th.
Yeah.
Tells, you know, this Roman numerals. It's a lot of work. You know that.
It is. Always. The way they whip us over this.
Because X is 10.
Yeah, yeah.
And then IV is 4.
It's 4. So that will be 14.
So talk about the 14th tells stakeholders. Other stories here: Springfield, Afina Field appraisal confirms oil flow, and COA Global Peace Mission and KIPTC partner to promote peace and security. Back page of the Daily Graphic: government rolls out free dialysis treatment December 1, and that has been widely reported.
Yeah.
But some of the facilities still say that they say that they're still they're yet to receive some of these dialysis machines, because it was one of the assurances that came that because there are concerns about capacity and we've been able to meet the numbers.
Yeah.
Government assured that they were going to provide more dialysis machines, but some of the hospitals say that they are yet to receive them. We hope that is addressed as soon as possible.
Yes, definitely, and of course, the point is that it's good that the machines are there, so the people who are expected to access the services at free of charge are able to do that. But nonetheless, where the machines exist, if it's rolled out on December 1st, right? It means where there are dialysis machines, you can go and access the service free of charge, right? I've heard the NHIA boss talk about the fact that we need about $57 million Ghana cedis annually, and that is we hoping that the conditions do not go up. We don't record many more people with set conditions, right? And the assurance is that money will be there. Yes, so
if they uncap the national health insurance,
they have resources.
It should not be difficult.
Yeah.
But if it remains capped, that's where the problem is. I think I'm done. Oh, no, there's one more story at the back page. Energy Ministry distributes stoves to women in Jamestown. That's it for the Daily Graphic newspaper. Okay.
The Ghanaian Times this morning: December 7 elections, accept verdict of Ghanaians as Antihini advises candidate. Of course, and he's in a hearty handshake with the president who has wrapped up his tour of the Ashanti region.
Why does it feel like the president is the one contesting?
Yeah, he's on the thank you tour.
No.
He's not been considered.
I'm talking about the banter between him.
Yeah.
Usually between him and
that's the presidential fight. You see?
he's been president before.
Yeah, so that's a presidential fight.
Okay, I get it.
Bawumia cannot wage that fight.
Why?
Did you hear me say it's a presidential fight? That's presidential, not to be presidential. You see, so whenever they jab Bawumia and Mahama jab each other, that's to be presidential fight. Akufo-Addo and Mahama is presidential fight. You get it? Yes.
Because I was trying to take you back to 2016 when Bawumia was not any of those.
Yes.
But he was still having a go at John Mahama.
Yeah, that one was hooping fight. Hooping fight. And then so when Napo and Professor Nana Jenopuka go at each other, it's educational minister fight.
But why doesn't Napo go after the education minister?
I'm sure. In fact, me I sat somewhere and in some conversations I was telling some people within MPP that if there's anything Napo shouldn't do, it's to go after the woman.
No, what I'm saying, like for like.
Yeah, no.
You should go outside his opponents.
If there's anything,
it does not.
And I think that one he has stuck to script.
No. See, it doesn't have to be an insult. Like for like, that's all. It doesn't have to be insult or anything.
You know, I get it.
Because
it's a very slippery slope.
How is it slippery?
See, my point is he has stuck to that, and I think kudos to that.
I'm saying, because of how he is, there's a likelihood he will slip. Okay, if that's the concern, I think it's valid. But I thought they could engage on,
I get intellectual
level. Absolutely.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially that they have all been educational ministers.
Yes, I get that.
It would have been good. But clearly, you are essentially saying that we cannot trust Napo when it comes to his utterances because he will say God is sleeping. Never mind, it's okay.
Government to spend 57 million Ghana cedis annually on free dialysis beginning December 1. Election Security Task Force introduces reward for information on security threats. And Speaker declines request for Parliament recall, cites campaigning of MPs. Yes. And I'll just write a piece to post on Facebook before we came on air. The 8th Parliament is essentially dead. And I'll tell you why. After the elections, if the MPP wins the majority in Parliament, there's no motivation whatsoever for any NDC MP to go to Parliament.
If it's the other way around, to the same thing.
Great. If there's the other way around, the MPP MPs will be demoralized. In fact, not just them. Government appointees will all be demoralized. Nonetheless, if they are able to get a few MPP MPs to Parliament, then these MPs who are motivated because they won majority will be there in their numbers. If those who are not expected to be there will even be there, right? So then government can transact business. Now, if government wins majority, as the MPP wins majority, it will have to marshal S numbers, that's 138. And then also, the speaker, obviously, will have to be patriotic and show up. If the speaker doesn't show up, the deputies will show up. So for that one, there will be a speaker, regardless. But will government be able to marshal 138 to the chamber? Everybody. That's the question. Because you need 138 to get quorum for decision taking. For quorum for starting business, yes, or transacting business, the threshold is very limited. 51, so and so, and of course, let's say 83. You are able to get quorum to transact business. But for decision, you need at least half of all members of Parliament. And that should be 138. But we also not expect NDC to say that nobody from NDC will show up. We don't expect that.
Okay.
But you see, that's patriotically speaking. But politically speaking, you should expect anything.
Okay.
Right? So I say that essentially, the 8th Parliament is dead. Yes, depending on the outcome of the December 7th election.
How things will go. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Are you done with the Ghanaian Times?
Okay, so speaker decline. Okay, communications.
You know, there were people, I think I saw a brief write-up from, was it Oliver? He had said that the speaker cannot decline.
Yeah, he got it wrong.
Yes, I think he thought he went under Article 112.
123, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So once he didn't go under it, the speaker was to use his discretion. And seriously, realistically, it would not make sense for the House to be recalled at this point in time, especially when they are in the dying numbers of the game. Nobody would want to leave their campaign grounds,
Yeah.
you know.
I would have wished the majority leader had triggered Article 1123 immediately after the Supreme Court judgment.
Okay. Maybe they
Honestly,
wanted things
yes. But you see, given how the standoff went,
yeah.
and the intransigent positions taken by parties, and how acrimonious the fight at the court
It
was.
would have been suicidal to actually trigger 112.
No. The point I'm
at
making
that
is
time.
no. The
because
point I'm making is
tempers
that
were
no,
still very
no.
high.
See, you ought to have known that dialogue had been thrown out of the window. It was not going to work. So then, if you see where you tie your animal, that's exactly where you free it.
No, but
So go legalistic. No, go through and through legalistic.
It was actually going to get worse if he went legalistic.
But at least you have then taken the issue of discretion out of the hands of the speaker, right? Because if you needed businesses transacted, and those businesses could actually be transacted within 2 days, the NDC MPs had said they were not going to show up. But if majority MPs had shown up, because speaker will have no option than to.
You know, and that is where those who say that numbers was the main issue.
Exactly.
If the majority side were really confident that they could get the 138,
Yeah, I get you.
I think
Yeah,
they would
that would
not
have-
bat an eye
Yeah,
to trigger 112.
yeah,
But they knew that it was
Yeah.
going to be a challenge,
Yep.
especially with those who have declared their intentions to go independent.
Yep.
They would go on I mean, apart from Cynthia Morrison, who was seen to be playing ball with the
Yeah.
party,
Yeah.
I don't think it was the same for the Suhum
no,
MP.
no, it wasn't.
I
the
don't
same.
think so.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Aside the pictures that he took with Afenyo and the others, nothing. He never showed up as Cynthia did. Cynthia went ahead to even speak,
Yes.
indicating why she was there and why she had to come. Boafo didn't do that. Yes.
Are you done?
Communications, PR officers urge to sharpen skills to meet changing demands. Back page.
They should tell the ministry's PROs.
Yeah, ministries, PRs. You know, it's one thing that is worth paying attention to, right? They've become political communicators.
Yeah.
Right.
They are
And-
not
yeah.
in any way doing the work in a professional manner.
Yeah.
They are always seeing
Yeah.
it as party communications.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. And you see, there's a very thin line between being professional
yeah.
and being political.
Yeah.
The political parties come to power and they believe that they cannot trust the professional communicators to communicate
We have
on their
allowed it.
behalf.
We have allowed it because these ministries have technocrats
Exactly.
for specific jobs.
From Information Services Department.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how is it that some of the people, they have no idea what communications
Yeah.
is with? I mean, you are the interface between the public
Yeah.
and the ministry.
Yeah.
One of the ministries I always call out is GES.
Oh, yeah. Cassandra.
Cassandra Chu.
Oh,
It is a difficulty to reach her.
Tumuda.
What's the name? Health ministry, another problem.
Yeah. Yep. Education, Kwarten has not been doing. Was an education ministry. Kwarten has not been doing badly.
He is accessible.
He's accessible.
As to whether his communications is the best is another issue.
Yeah, but the accessibility is
No,
no,
you see,
the judgment as to how the communication goes is to the public.
accessibility is,
Yes.
is fundamental.
Yes.
But quality is equally
No, I
important.
get you.
So there have been many instances. Even before him,
Yeah.
there was the MP for Tafu.
Yes.
Asefo. Another problem. Yeah. So it was so, especially, do you remember when the whole back and forth with the universities bill?
Yeah.
You saw how he handled it. It was quite an eyesore,
it was some way.
So
It was some way.
we don't have a problem if you want people who are affiliated to you
Yeah.
to do the job.
Yeah.
But please, I think you should give us some respect
Yep.
by giving us people who understand what that position
Yeah.
requires of them.
Yep.
And with that, it should not be a problem, even if it is your
Yep.
whatever it is. When they show competence, anybody
Yeah.
who will say that, oh, this guy is just a party communicator, they would admit that
Yeah.
this person, even though
Yeah.
I would have preferred that this person is doing it.
That's
I mean,
true.
you would have some of the technocrats who are aligned to you.
Exactly.
You remember which ministry was it? Was it?
Health.
It was health, and when they
He
removed
wrote
Yaya, he wrote,
scrupulously about the fact
how
that
he supported Akufo-Addo and stuff like
then-
that, Charlie.
Oh.
Anyway,
Ehu. Yeah.
Charlie.
So I think what is factual is that the political parties do not believe that the technocrats can communicate better in their favor.
So they like buga buga. They don't like professionalism.
Exactly. That one is there. So that's how comes. And Kufuor's MPP, we had a lot of aides, and the aides were doing the political communications on behalf of the ministers and deputy ministers. And then the communicators or the PROs were communicating for the agencies, the ministries, departments, right? But we realized that they were replicating and duplicating the services.
There was this ministry that
Bete, Reverend Bete, that would be education.
Yeah, where is he? And then beyond that, there was this other guy. When government came, they changed him.
Goodman.
Yes.
Yes, Goodman was the health ministry,
right?
Yeah.
Very accessible.
Yeah.
He seemed to know his stuff.
Goodman.
He even though they aligned him with the NDC, he knew what. It was good talking to him.
Yeah.
And then there was this other one.
There was Beta Jable of NIA.
Yes, and then there was this other gentleman. I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
He was it immigration.
Yes. He was later sent to NIA, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Pamdeti. Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We are saying we don't have a problem if you, but you can train them in waiting.
Exactly.
Train them in waiting so that when they come, it is not too new to them.
Yeah.
Then it's not like it's just party communications.
Yeah.
It's quite sometimes it's a bit much to consume.
True.
Are you done?
$75,000 Ghana plastic waste pilot project. $75,000 plastic waste pilot project takes off January 2025, and Upper East Regional Minister hands over 500 bed capacity girls dormitory block to Navasco. Yes, that's it for the Ghanaian Times.
All right. Daily Guide newspaper, front page, Baumia outdoors 100 electric buses. Congratulations. Ghana is the better for it.
Yeah.
So he has the picture of the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. He's being assisted by Kweku Ofure Siam. This one, he go jobs on this one. He stayed there for 19 Kojo, Minister of Transport. And then Ni Kwate Charlie, my regional minister is everywhere now.
Yeah.
Show working.
Yeah.
Is helping. I hope he will not go kicking tables after. And so Ni Kwate titles Glover. That's right. I like how he has brought the Ni Kwate first. In the past, there was more
titles Glover.
Onukwa, we see you.
Yeah.
Don't go kicking tables.
Yeah,
anyway.
But thank God you already from day one, you have always been Nadede. So there will not be the need for you to pull anything from the closet. And then, we know you. We see you. We know where you're from. So you don't have to share any skin.
Yes, Ibrahim.
Thank you.
Alasan.
You're most welcome.
Other stories here. Nana thanks Otumfuo. And then Springfield announces successful Afina 1X appraisal. Election 2024. Military will be at flashpoint. Hey. I thought they said there will be no military anyway.
Yeah, yesterday that was what I said. So it's what?
Military will be at flashpoints.
Maybe
that's according to the task force.
Maybe not at the polling station.
Flashpoints?
No, maybe not at the polling station. They will be stationed somewhere within the flashpoints. Yeah.
I'll find out. Bagbin puts parliament in cooler. So it has this picture. Alban Sumana. Kingsford, Bagbin. Ask Bagbin. Remember when he was contesting?
Yeah, when he was contesting.
Ask.
Yeah, and I've seen the MPP deploy some of
his quotes.
His quotes, bites and videos, yes.
So
this election, I think the campaign is worth studying, right? The ads. We've never been. In fact, in the past, it was believed that regardless of how bad your opponent's comments are, you projecting him will do him or her good. So, for instance, even if somebody says something negative and you put his image on the screen, chances are people will get to know him and they can identify him the more, right? So that was the strategy of the communication. Now, no anymore. Yeah, because NDC is doing Baumia one said, right? And then, of course, they put Baumia's image there. MPP is equally doing. They will put Mohammed's image there. He will say something, and they will say that they will counter it. Yes. So it's quite interesting.
Evolution. And many others have also said that this time around, it looks like I beg your pardon, the tension is not as as high as perhaps in 2008 or 2016.
Okay.
Or it will be after. We'll feel it after.
I think the tension usually before the tension is not that high.
It's after.
Yeah, it is during
rather.
and after. During
You should come
after.
and disturb us whilst we are coming. They'll say
Yeah.
there's not value in this era.
Yeah, I remember. See, because 2008, that's when the dead bodies thing in the
But that
water
was false
region.
news.
Yes, of course. And that was they say
So,
some
Charlie, fake news.
helicopter had landed somewhere and they had.
Fake news was there forever. Oh.
But then there was no even Facebook, and there was no
Yes.
social media, and it was worse now because there's the rate of spread now is just at the click of the button.
Yeah. So that story about the task force, head of operations, training, and peacekeeping at the Ghana Armed Forces, Brigadier General Kweku Dankwa Hagen, has stated that the military personnel will be deployed at various flashpoints to ensure peace and security in this year. So speaking at the National Election Security Task Force meeting with the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, Brigadier General said it has become crucial for military personnel to secure electoral polling stations
Okay, so then
to ensure the integrity and transparency of the electoral process while maintaining peace and order during elections, particularly in areas prone to violence or instability.
then they should compare notes. Yesterday, there was a program that had the IGP there, and Peter Adato sent us that story. And the military there said exactly opposite to this. So I beg they should just go back and revise their notes so we don't have conflicting accounts.
Let me proceed from here. Maybe this will help clarify or put it in better context. It says we have collaborated with the police service and the Electoral Commission to identify over 1,000 potential flashpoints and areas that may require additional support. Our involvement will be strictly social, and we will only intervene if requested by the police.
Now he's talking. But because the first one, I was saying, I destroy everything.
And one thing I want the Ghana Armed Forces to speak to is that video of the military officer who brazenly talked about how I'll beat you. And till dates, nothing has been said. It's not right.
Yeah, they're looking away.
And you have our own citizens hailing it.
Oh, yeah.
You hail it until it is your turn.
That's the point. And like I said here, he says he'll go to Achiansi. The other military people who will go to places that might be his hometown. And his family members might be caught up in it. Because the military, they don't give you ID cards for you to give to your family members to identify as, I have somebody in uniform. No. So they will beat everybody. And you come home and realize that you have beaten somebody's family. Your family has also been beaten.
The final story here, Cocoa Board adopts soilless seed production technology. That's it for the Daily Guide newspaper.
The inside this morning, High Court throws out Ghana Airport Company Limited's attempt to delay enforcement of ruling declaring workers as permanent staff. My hope is the Ghanaian women and youth come December 7. Alan Martin, Coalition Against Political Vigilantism urges EC to rescind decision to restrict 2024 election media coverage and to avoid 2020 multiple pre-recorded declaration of results. Request for recall of Parliament, Speaker bounces NPP MPs. And Mahama, he promises prosperity for all Ghanaians. And that is it for the Insight this morning.
All right, front page of the Daily Statement newspaper. Baumia is Ghana's good, faithful servant. Also here, Bagbane rejects majority caucus's request to recall Parliament NHIA to spend millions on free dialysis for 1,200 patients and major boost in public transport.
1,000? 1,000 what?
Patients. 1,200 patients. NHIA to spend millions on free dialysis for 1,200 patients.
So kidney patients in Ghana are just 1,000?
That's what they have on their record. Those who are on the NHIA, I suppose.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you
I
have
get
to
that
be on
now.
the NHIA
I get that now.
be a
I
beneficiary.
get that now.
If you don't have the NHIA.
So now that people just rush and go and
Absolutely.
register. Okay, then the 57 million is even a rough estimate.
Yes.
Because I bet you that those on NHI as at now might be just about maybe 20%.
It'll just be a fraction. Yeah. There are those who don't know they have it. there are those who
No, because
cannot
either
go.
it was not part of the conditions
So,
captured.
yes,
There was
so-
no motivation for you to
So
do.
so there are those who have the NHI, but they
Yeah.
don't know that they need dialysis.
Yes.
They have not been diagnosed
That's
yet.
true.
There are those who have it and then they don't have the
Yeah.
national insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there are those who have the NHIS,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they've not been going for dialysis because they know that they cannot afford it and it's just not captured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all these ones are
Okay.
elements that will come to play.
So kudos, and it's a good thing. So the association should just get members registered.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
it,
That's
it.
all.
Yeah.
Baumia launches electric buses. So this is a major boost in public transport. I can't wait to, jump on one.
Yeah.
Charlie, because transportation is expensive.
It is. So
I
would
wish
they-
that
would
there's
they- would
one
use-
coming from my neighborhood to this
end.
place.
Yeah. Would they use separate lanes or they use wheels? No. Okay. So here's the thing. When you talk about electric train, right?
Yes, boss.
It cannot use your conventional rail lines,
yes.
right? But when you talk about electric vehicle, it uses tires, wheels, just like regular vehicle. So to use your regular routes, I wish that we got dedicated lanes for it, because I think the challenge has not been unavailability of vehicles, but it's the congestion, it's the traffic.
It is.
Yeah. So going forward, let's get
That should be
dedicated
the
lanes.
way forward.
Then you know that this one's contemporary. See, yeah, firstly. Daily Post, North Die, Godwin Agbajo, and 2 other top MPP executives defect to the NDC and vow to ensure resounding victory for Mahama and Joycelyn Tete. Yes, you see why MPP will look at all its members in the Volta region
With side eye.
side eye.
Always
And NDC will do same in the Ashanti region. You see, it's like that too. Yeah. But of course, a week to the elections, that will be a week for defections. So in case you don't know, in case you don't
It's
know,
part
let
of
me
the
tell you.
template.
Yeah. Many have been sitting on the fence. They will defect now
Yes.
and then hope they get something.
Sure.
then
People have defected, it has gone well for them.
Oh yeah, Awal is one
Yes,
of them.
he was.
Yeah. He was.
Owusu Bempa is one.
Owusu Bempa is another.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
After the Fonka games.
What's the name?
Who else?
Frances Esiam.
Yeah, Francis Esiam is one. Even Razak Ojoboku, he was
Yes,
with
APC.
Yeah. Yeah. So
When you study the terrain,
yes.
you just last minute you just bounce.
Yeah. But the one of the biggest will be Kakri Samoa. So
He was
Kakri
MPP?
Samoa was MPP, a staunch
The
member
twin?
of MPP. Yes. In fact, the two of them. And then, so that was under Kufo, of course. And then Atamals became the flag bearer. And I don't know, but I think whether they were approached or something. Something happened. And then one decided to campaign for
Mills.
And then he was removed from the party. And he said, "Oh, okay, then I'm joining. I'm swimming. I'm swimming in it through and through."
I see. Interesting.
Other one will be, I think, Randy Abbey.
He switched from the MPP?
Randy Abbey was MPP. He was appearing on media platforms, communicating for the MPP.
Yeah, I think.
And then
I've
John
read
Mahama became the flag bearer. And then he said, "Yes, I might not be NDC. I might not go and pick up party card, but I'm campaigning for John Mahama for reasons best known to me." Yes. And so that's basically it.
But one of the biggest beneficiaries as well would be Freddie Blay.
Yes.
He
Freddie
moved-
Blay
he
he was in CPP, but sitting on an elephant in CPP. He abandoned the cockerel a long time ago. You see?
So he was a cockroach sitting on an elephant.
Yes, basically, yes. So he was seated comfortably. And
okay.
this is how Freddie Blay became a second deputy speaker, right?
Yeah.
The NDC decided to sponsor Peter Lajeti.
Yes, and that they lost their slots to have
Yes, and
somebody
then they will
there.
punish you.
So they
So
came into CPP, but it was a fellow MPP person.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically that was what happened.
Speaking of parties, the PNC says that it's throwing its weight behind John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
And I think one of the things that I heard Bernard Bonner say Bernard Bonner say is that, when the Electoral Commission disqualified him as a flag bearer, it was just John Mahama who had spoken and criticized the decision. So let's see how much of a fortune it would add to the NDC.
The PNC had always been conflicted.
Yeah, I mean,
here was an NDC brought forth by Rawlings that sent Liman packing from the presidency, right? And all the negative things associated with it. But then you look around and realize that virtually the only party that's closer to you is also the same NDC.
In fact, the NDC is the biggest beneficiary. Do I call it beneficiary? Or they have tapped into the Nkrumah's principle.
Yeah.
The biggest. And so, and it is one of the reasons they cannot stand.
Exactly. So you have to be aligned.
Yes.
Because you look at it from this angle. The UP tradition that birthed the MPP traces its root back to the UGCC, did all the unthinkable things to Nkrumah. So for you to identify as an Nkrumahist, and years down the line come and say that the antecedents that did whatever that they did to the man you are worshiping today is the offshoot that you caucus with. It's difficult for somebody to process, right? So it's basically that, because at the point we're even told that Rawlings said, but eventually he repented, that Nkrumah gave Ghana the national anthem and the flag. That's all.
Who said?
Rawlings, yes.
Hey,
but eventually he repented and realized that, no, I'm better off at this space than the other space. Yeah. So basically it is what it is. But yeah, I agree that it's because of these scavengers that the Nkrumahist parties are never able to stand on their feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the moment, they are also divided.
Oh, yes.
Most of them. There's
some
on the NDC side, some on the NDC.
Yeah.
And you see, it was easy for PNC at the moment to say they are throwing their weight behind the NDC. If the situation had been that Janet Nabla had not broken away from the NDC, there would have been a communication that would say that declaration is inauthentic.
Not this. I think it's been a while I heard from Henry Asante. They have a certain Henry Asante, yes. He tells towards the NPP the more. So don't be surprised if you have another press conference today.
Oh dear. Anyway, so it's your turn, right?
Yes. So Daily Post. As I was giving you the defection story, and PNC declared support for NDC ahead of elections. Yes, and the pictures of the top officials here. Now the Awingobit. Samson Asaki Awingobit. He's the national chairman, right? So he will some weight. He's here.
Okay.
The field flag bearer aspirant
Bernard Mona
is here. So you have the flag bearer. You have the national chairman, and I think one other here. So maybe now we'll wait to hear from the periphery. The periphery. Anyway, so that's it for Mahama demands retraction and apology from newspapers over false claims. Okay.
Which false claims?
And usually they overlook these things. So let me see why this false claim is very important to the extent that, okay, so the lawyers for former President John Dramani Mahama have issued a stern demand to two newspapers, the New Crusading Guide and the Supreme Newspaper, over what they describe as false and defamatory publications. Okay, I'm sure it's got something to do with the Russia claim.
Let's see.
Yeah, the November 25, 2024 editions of the newspapers carry stories with the headline, Expose Mahama plans to sell Ghana oil to Russian oligarchs. Yes.
Okay.
A leaked document exposes Mahama. Okay, so basically this is the story.
That's it. Okay, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done with the Daily Post.
The New Crusading Guide newspaper, my final paper, front page. Bawumia unveils electric buses to modernize Ghana's public transport. Woohoo! EC engages GJA and GIBA on access to coalition centers. Ban toy guns on election day. Chairman Koka to IGP. Police chase car dealer over 64,000 CDs fraud. Hey, Charlie, this Ghana is hard. Don't be doing this. Invest in oil palm business to create job opportunities. Speaking of Ghana is hard, I saw a post on Facebook. That's where I play. They say I'm ancient of days. Never mind. I'll take them. No, so I saw a post. Unless it is a fabrication, somebody who was reminding someone she lent money to pay him or her back. And the person in question said, yes, I borrowed the money, I used it, but don't bother me when I get it, I'll pay you.
Yeah. So
It says
don't come hounding me.
don't come hound me. I will block you if need be.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, people are that bold.
wow.
People are that. So me, I don't lend what I can't forgo. So if I lend you something, then I can do without it.
Hey.
So yeah, if you decide not to pay, and me, I won't ask you. But just that you have blocked your own avenue, you can't return.
You don't know people.
Oh no! Hey, I've lent you money, you've not paid, and you coming to ask for more. It cannot happen. Oh no! Now people in my circle know it cannot happen. Nobody has done that.
I'm saying you have not met people like that before.
Okay. They say,
who will come and tell you?
Borrow me and let me use that to then get the other one for you.
I know that I've not paid the other one.
But
Please, can you lend me this one?
Yeah, people are bold like
yes. Hey, you have not seen that before.
No.
Sure. Them day.
Wow.
Men day.
Interesting.
Men day.
Yeah. Then unless the person you know in your mind that it was a gift, right? We were not expecting it back.
Yeah.
And then but genuinely somebody can have your money.
Yeah.
And things could be very hard for the person,
Yeah.
right? There's this lady, I think she's into imports. She takes monies from people on social media and imports stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we told that the gentleman who is expected to import things on her behalf from China took the money and then decided to disappear. So she had been paying because people, in fact, police were even involved.
Yeah.
She had been hounded. And then now she says her mental health is even on the line. Yeah. And then so she's come out to say that, Charlie, those who can forgive should forgive. Otherwise, people should do small, and help her pay.
Yeah. So easy.
And people are genuinely speaking to her issue, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. And like you're saying, you give what you cannot, what you can forgo.
Yeah.
I mean, I recall that there was a time things were equally tough for me, but a friend of mine approached and stuff like that and said, "Oh, can you lend me this?" I did. Mm-hmm. There was a time frame the person was supposed to pay. Unfortunately, the person couldn't meet it. Things were equally hard, and I am not a very difficult person when it comes to. Yeah. I will give you a grace period unless I see that you are trying to.
Yeah, if you want to be worse than me, then of course I'll let you know.
So I think I asked a number of times, and for some strange reason, I stopped asking and I forgot about it.
Wow.
I entirely forgot about it.
Wow.
So like in the beginning of the year thereabout, and the person said, "Oh, X and Y." The money is like, and I was like, sincerely, I have forgotten about it.
Wow. Did the person pay? No.
Hey,
now I come to remind you.
So the person was trying to say that, oh, like it's embarrassing that I have not done X and Y about it, and I was like, well, like honestly, I have forgotten about it. So once I have forgotten about it,
it means you have forgotten about you yourself. No, you've forgotten about the person.
No, no. I know the person is there, but I have forgotten.
No. You can be there and still be forgotten.
So I couldn't even recall exactly the sum I gave.
Okay.
So I was like, once I cannot remember, it means I have let go.
Wow.
So but if you come again, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that one
yes.
You can't even
That's
come
it.
Again.
So it's done. Yeah. Unfortunately,
I should be borrowing money from you.
Please.
You're a good lender.
I will not forget.
But as you say, neither a lender nor a borrower be. If you can, don't lend, don't borrow.
You know,
and pray to get to that level where you are sufficiently.
So for me, I counted it as a blessing. That I had forgotten.
Oh yeah.
That it had been replenished to a point where I did not remember.
Exactly.
So that's how I took it. That's why I didn't bother to go back and say that because I tried recollecting, I just couldn't.
So, you see, sometimes there's that part of the brain, right, that makes you think that you should know better. So after processing for a while, you're like, okay, so let it go. That's it. You block it out. Okay. So the Chronicle this morning is the next one I have. It is possible. Electric buses start operations in Accra.
Woo.
Yes, it is possible.
Please, I hope you bring one to my route. I'm around the, what's the name? The Kanisho Doko Highway.
Kwashibu.
Kwashibu. That's the off. So it's on the Kanisho Doko Highway.
Yeah, you get one.
They should give us one.
Yeah, but there's the times are there. The time for their movement.
What's the time?
There's time. No, I will send you that. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
So you know which time exactly.
I've seen something on social media about the route.
Yeah, the route and time. So you stand there and it will come at that particular time. And then
I'll check because look, that is what makes
staying
abroad easier.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to go in. Over here, owning a vehicle has become a necessity.
It is.
Owning a vehicle has become a necessity.
Yeah.
Utala, good morning.
Good morning, Adede.
I'm looking dapper, Charlie.
Good morning.
Ah,
good
boy.
Morning. Good morning.
Charlie, Onukwa,
No, he's ready to cover December 7 elections.
I'm telling you.
Charlie,
December, you cannot wear suit.
Yeah, but me was in your constituency again.
Yes, yesterday. I was in
I think we should come back the third time. Why? You guys are why? What is happening? What's happening in your constituency that
doing mop-up.
you've been blessed for him to come there twice?
So yesterday, a lot of people.
What constituency is that?
Crowo.
Crowo, they don't get it
met
back.
on the street that they were asking me for money. I said, Baumia is around, so let's just get there.
People are still asking for money in the constituency. That's why he returned. Means things are not that
So
good.
yesterday in the night, all
Hey.
roads, yes,
Charlie,
all the roads in my area got blocked.
Yeah.
because of the visit.
The guitar man was in the constituency and all that. So yesterday he was there. You were right in the night, and a lot of people gathered at the Nungwa bus station. Yes, to see Doctor. But probably will be for the last time.
Yeah.
During this campaigning season and all that. So yesterday he was there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as they say, if something is good, you repeat it.
Oh, yes,
so we
you
hear
repeat
that Simon will build. So
I see.
Nungwa is very dear.
Nungwa has been, if you look at the voting pattern and the kind of, you know that it will be an interesting election this year because 2020. It started from 2016.
Okay.
We had two ladies, one from the NDC, one from the NPP, Agnes Namobolate,
and
then Elizabeth Afolekwe. So Afolekwe won in 2016 by some 2,000 vote margin. Then in 2020, Namomo came back, beat her to 9,000.
And the reason Afole won was because there was division between in the NDC.
NDC there was a division,
in 2016. Yes, that was the only reason. And then because
for a very long time he was unwell. Yeah. So the constituency have been there like an orphan. So that was one of the cardinal issues that played out in 2016. So now we move on 2020, and this time around, Afole is not coming back again because he lost to engineer Lai, who is also coming for the first time. So we are going to have the incumbent now Momolati of the NDC, and then engineer Lai, who is also coming for the first time. It will be an interesting. For the NPP to win the seat, it means that they have to clear that deficit of 9,000 and then add more.
That's interesting. So for Afolekwe, she shows herself. She had issues with her personal relationship.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
there was so many
interpersonal relationship
issues. And you know, that constituency, one thing that I have noticed that you just have to be right. Okay. You have to do your things right. Because they are people, you can give them a full house of money. Yeah. If you show them that attitude that they don't like, they will let you know during the elections. Yeah. And
the same thing happened at Lejo Kuku.
Yeah.
Right? With the health minister now, Bernard Okoboy. Yes. Many people, in fact, even pundits, political watchers, didn't expect Okoboy to lose. Yes. And that's it. The people in the enclave.
Let me even take you back to the days of Nino Tidua.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing. Yeah. Then we have Okitidua coming in. Senna Okitidua. And you know that she came for just a 10.
Yeah.
So it is that stretch. You have to be. You have actually.
So far, it is Ododio that we can say, that's in Nkrumah's constituency, that we can say largely has been NDC, even though it's swung before, largely has been NDC.
If you are a candidate there, you are rest assured that the chances that you have.
But 60. You see, the thing is that, especially in the Greater Accra region, the more cosmopolitan it becomes, the more difficult it becomes for the NDC.
Yeah.
So that is something. So they would have to, but I think, I don't know.
Even that's changing. See, there's no cosmopolitan constituency than Ladadi Kotopon. See, it's one of the most cosmopolitan you can come across. 37, Bema Camp, and what have you.
But you see, what happens in those areas is that usually, Ladadi Kotopon, for instance, you will get your very bougie people in the Laboni and stuff. But when you go to the Mamli area, That is where the population is because
and it happens along
yes.
even Nungwa and all
You will have
where the votes are in the Mami.
Yeah.
The typical Mami people, they are very difficult people to deal with. I'm telling you,
in a positive sense.
Let me tell you
in a positive sense.
Relax.
Yeah.
Somebody
no, this is a family meeting. What am I even doing here?
somebody said this and lost their job.
Yes. This is a family meeting. What am I even doing here?
So here's the thing. So in the Laboni areas and stuff, you will find plush homes and stuff.
Yeah.
How many people are in there? Most
likely
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
My mom, dad,
yeah.
children. Sometimes the children are not even in Ghana.
Yeah, yeah.
Or even if they're in Ghana, they are not interested in the our political space.
Yeah.
Then you go to Mamli. Mamli, you'll find a shack. In that shack, there are about 8 people in there. The probability that 5 or 6 of them are voting is high.
Yeah.
That's
and so the volume is there. So.
So for instance, if you take the Crow for instance, you go to the Spinter side, those areas. The vote are there like now mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes, even though we have, but you don't find the vote there as massive as when you come to where the people around the coastal areas where you have enough of people there and all that. So if you are covering the election, these are the areas that you because wherever every corner that you pass, you might meet a polling station and the people there massive and all that. So it'll be an interesting day. 9 days more, right?
Yeah.
And then the special voting is about next Monday. It's Monday, right?
Yeah.
Special voting is Monday.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll see what it is. Definitely.
Most definitely.
All right. Are you done with the chronicle? You haven't given us a quotation.
I'm not done. So back when the client's request, yes, I gave you that. And then the quotation for this morning. Psalm 96:1. Oh, sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord, oh, the earth.
Oh, sing to the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord of the earth. Sing the holy song from your heart. Oh, hallelujah.
I need him here.
Yeah, me too, you know. Come on, finish.
Oh,
yeah, backing home.
Yeah.
Backing
I'm sending the boys to come for you.
I also get my men ready for them.
I'm struggling to link this to anything. Shall I sing a new song there? It's like you are preaching for change. What is that? No, the chronicle. Because I can't link it to anything here. Sing anyway. That's it for the chronicle.
Cool. Let's go to the various portals. We start from starfm.com.gh. What is starfm.com.gh saying? Professor Pokwa Jiman to ramp up support for Mahama in the OT region. I solved Doomso before leaving office. Mahama hits back. I can't be gagged because I'm a statesman. Hey, before.
Before replies Alan.
Oh.
And like I said, needless
what?
Needless bravado.
From who?
From Alan.
Oh.
You expected Kufuor to say what?
Oh, you see.
They should vote for Mahama.
No, the thing is that I think I understand his pain. He
like
feels
a darling
that
boy.
No, beyond the darling boy. He feels that he has sacrificed so much
for Kufuor.
But how do you
for
define,
the party itself.
Okay.
And then even him when he came in 1992, when they said the establishment, he was the preferred one, and he was spoken to let Kufuor go.
He let Kufuor go.
He let Akufo-Addo to go.
Okay.
And then when it was his turn, you people said it was people's turn. People's turn.
Like,
it was his turn now.
Yeah.
Then you have pulled the carpet from under his feet.
Yeah, so he expected Kufuor to be turned to.
So he expected, even if you wanted to, you would.
Yeah.
They expect that people should not expect that he would do otherwise.
Okay.
Maybe there should have been a subtle way of going about it, but the party also needs to whip up its base.
Now he's on a campaign platform, and now and then if Alan is to speak there, we can't contain him. But here's the reality: Kufuor,
you have to feel Alan's
quoted.
pain.
No, I can't. See, I'm a realist, and
someone
as a student of politics,
someone who has given,
as a student of politics, do you know what Rawlings wanted to do to NDC that he couldn't do?
What did he want to do?
Because at the end of the day, there's always a bigger picture. Kufuor should sacrifice MPP for Alan. No. At the end of the day, that was what he came to. If we are to go by Alan's logic.
So Rollins wanted to sacrifice NDC.
Rollins is the only man who has founded 2 parties. Go to the EC office. You see his signature for 2 parties, NDP and then NDC. Unprecedented. Exactly. So the point is, this is the same Kufuor. That said, it's good to be a messenger to a party in power than a general secretary to a party in opposition. I don't know whether that's still real though, because now general secretary is in opposition. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
They need to give us better and further party.
Whether it's still applicable today.
So he says that because the statement that should not gag him, you people. So
yeah,
let him be.
But nobody's gagging you. Who can gag you? Like we can cry about being gagged or attempt to gag us. Who can gag you? Who can gag you?
Gaga.
When he picked the mic and he was talking, everybody was listening.
Exactly. Who gag you? Dear who? Who gag
Gentle
you?
giant.
Yeah.
They used to have a song for him in our people.
In the Ghana Palace.
You don't understand. It's okay.
No, I know the pop means if I pop you. Like,
I mean,
hey, don't tell him.
Me. You don't think people listening understood what you said?
I will not tell you.
So
let the people tell you.
Go on.
Let your listeners tell you.
Okay.
This one today, say you say it's a family meeting.
No, yeah. They will send me voice note.
So what says I can't be gagged because I'm a statesman. Then election 2024, Asas Ante bemoans incumbency abuse, and then NDC condemns alleged kidnapping of Emirates airport manager by national security operatives. So that's it for starfm.com.gh. Can you take us to City News?
Yes, I'm going there.
We are looking for explanation.
In my electric bus.
Explain.
I'm going there in my electric bus.
No evidence.
Yeah, I go explain to you. Okay, so I'm there. City Newsroom. Election 2024. Political parties to sign peace pact today. You know that will not sign, right?
They said they will not sign. They said whether you sign or you don't sign. There will be balance somewhere.
That's the point. So Free SHS probing expired rice scandal crucial for accountability at Blackwell. WAEC denies rumors of relocating headquarters to Nigeria. At Springfield.
They didn't say they are relocating.
They said there's that possibility. Nigeria says it's ready.
Yeah.
If these guys don't pay their debt to you, come. Yes, so Springfield completes a final world appraisal, commercial viability confirmed, and total value of secured loans hit 5.6 billion Ghana cedis in third quarter, and Baumia leads with 75.9% vote in Ashanti region. Professor Smart Sapon, of course, that's what he brought in his poll. Baumia's policies will alleviate your suffering. Vote for him.
Elevate?
Alleviate. Alleviate your suffering.
Where?
Vote for him. Cupola Finance. Yes. Election 2024. Mahama will win by a landslide. Nilante Vanderpoy. PNC declares support for NDC ahead of December polls. Baumia is the right choice. Kufuor declares amid backlash. Anyway. Election 2024, Baumia's vision will elevate Ghana youth to the next level. This is where the elevate comes in.
Fantastic. All right, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me for the newspaper review segment. We'll go for a break when I return.
I didn't do daily dispatch.
But you have gone online.
There's no way.
Okay,
there's no way an election in Ghana can be rigged. Easy.
That's right.
Yes, NDC likely to review enlistment into security services if Obama has said. Okay, no, yeah. For the first time, I heard the NDC flag bearer say that when they come, whoever has been enlisted, you will remain in the enlistment. But we've had issues with some people in training being sent home. Oh yeah, with the power changing hands. Yes, that they will be recalled.
Hi.
Yeah. Alan K was rude to Kufuor, Hackman, Usua Jeman. The military will only act on a request from the police, Ghana Armed Forces. That's it for
we hope they don't make a lot of requests on the day. That's it. It
is what it is.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me for the newspaper review segment. We'll go for a break. When we return, it'll be time for Legal Check. It's the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.
Well, quite rightly.